All right. All right. Hello there, everyone. Thank you for joining us today here. Very happy to be talking today. My name is Chris Johnson. I am the lead applications expert here at Sim Insights. Here to be talking today about HyperSkill Academy for AI-powered metaversities for digital twin campuses. I have been at Sim Insights since 2017 and have been involved in many projects involving creation of simulations and digital twins, and happy to discuss today about our new launching of our product, which is meant to target universities and others for building large-scale models in campuses. So once more, thank you all for joining. So first, to begin, we believe at Sim Insights that space is a fundamental. Yeah.
Let me introduce myself.
Sure.
So hi everyone, thank you all for joining. My name is Raj. I'm the founder and CEO here at Sim Insights. Can we get some feedback? Is everyone able to see the screen and hear us okay? Maybe just type it in the chat or just unmute and just say hello.
Yeah, it looks good. I can hear you guys.
Oh, hey, Troy. Thank you.
Yeah, all right, thank you. So, let me start with some background. We believe that the future of simulations and design or learning involves 3D and immersive technologies out there, such as virtual reality. And space or the environments that are around you are fundamental to that experience that you're having around you. And so it's a standard requirement for virtual reality to have these spaces be created and emulate the real world environment. Educational institutions such as universities, colleges, and other training facilities are able to leverage VR in ways that were not possible before by having these distinctive architectures in place that will create the right learning environment, but also distinguish themselves to present whatever unique values or learning opportunities that sets them apart from others. By leveraging these spaces, they're able to create a community of learners, teachers, and staff, and work with these to have them come together and use these spaces to form a shared experience for whatever learning objectives it is they have showing it there. And they're able to create those deeper connections, and by creating a digital twin to accurately reflect these physical environments in all aspects, you're able to emulate that sense of connection virtually or telepresently. which is a fun new thing that you're able to do. So for VR digital twins to accurately reflect the physical environment, there are three primary hurdles or tasks that need to be overcome within that situation. By having these three aspects, you're able to leverage virtual spaces in ways that really make them more immersive and interactive in ways that were not possible before. So those three aspects are it being an immersive 3D environment, which is a term psychologists use to refer to the feeling of being present or in an environment. It's the number one goal within virtual reality. And having a well-designed 3D immersive environment requires technical skills from a variety of different fields that are out there when it comes to 3D modeling, lighting, texturing, designing, rendering, and game engine programming to create these digital twins that make users feel like they are actually at the location that you're trying to emulate. Stepping back a little bit, just for those who might not be as familiar with some industry terms, a digital twin is actually a manufacturing term that has been used for quite a while when it comes to 3D modeling and simulations and design, where you are creating a digital copy that behaves in the same way or appears the same as other objects in the environment. And so the goal when creating a digital twin of a university, campus, or building is to have all of the physical aspects matched and mirrored, which are then. All right. So when we're talking about creating digital twins of objects, that is what we are referring to. The next innovation that we believe is critical towards creating immersive environments is having realistic interactions. So that way, when users move around in virtual reality, they're able to speak with other remote users, grab or interact with things that you would expect to be able to, whether it's various lab equipments, able to open and close drawers or cabinets, able to, within the virtual labs, use the materials and the equipment such as Bunsen burners or other materials within it. And by utilizing or taking these digital twins and making them respond realistically to the environment, you're able to create these really immersive environments that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. And that's kind of critical to giving you that feeling of presence, and how well designed it ends up being is kind of critical towards that. Otherwise, it just ends up being a slightly more interactive photograph. So we believe that interaction is essential for engagement and learning. Last, we believe by adding artificial intelligence and having it integrated into your environment, it allows your digital twin to feel more alive and have that human touch. Funny enough, even artificially, by having that engagement that you're able to have within an environment, and having an artificial agent that can respond intelligently and deliver the organization's brand and messaging relieves the demand on the faculty staff to always be present in the experience. So you're able to have teaching assistants, lab managers, and coaches available 24/7 to the user's experience. So by having AI-powered virtual humans, they'll never get tired, and you'll have engagement at a level where they're able to do so on their own time. And it's getting better constantly. So we believe that by putting this together, you're able to have, with these three aspects, an immersive learning environment with realistic interactions that is enabled with artificial intelligence for users to be able to engage with realistically at any point in time. So,
Highlight sections.
yeah.
I will talk through this highlight things.
Okay. So we believe that, or what we have found is that not all consumers of our products are, or not all vendors in the industry deliver all three of these capabilities to equal degrees. So, which is why we came up with this Metavarsity product, which is a new industry term derived from Metavarsity or the metaverse and universities. So by using just the term metaverse, it's a term that is only a couple of years old and is still being defined, but it's typically associated with creating immersive 3D only while not having that interaction and intelligence. As I mentioned earlier, it's digital twins a manufacturing industry term, which has stricter requirements not met by metaversities. And we at Sim Insights are striving to redefine the term to include these more immersive and realistic aspects. So we have been building digital twins for many organizations since about 2016, which is the dawn of virtual augmented and mixed reality. In 2016 is when we got started in this. So our initial work really was built on top of the Unity 3D game engine for task-specific simulations with a specific educational goal within the education sector and enterprises. But after a few projects, we realized that we were able to deliver simulations with greater efficiency to every metaverse construction project if we first built our no-code platform, which allows us to rapidly build and iterate on 3D immersive digital twins and make them interactive. This led us to build our product of HyperSkill. HyperSkill is a no-code authoring solution that has been used to create hundreds of digital twins and simulations in not only education, but also enterprise for the world's largest manufacturers, healthcare providers, et cetera. So these digital twin metaversities can readily accommodate small or large groups of users interacting, speaking with each other, and learning. By having these spaces be available to users, you're able to have them be co-present socially within the environment. Also, HyperSkill platform contains all the enterprise integrations and compliance features an educational institutions expect. So we have various safety or data protocols, privacy and security, such as SOC 2, HECBAT, GDPR, CCPA, and several others. And the HyperSkill platform comes containing thousands of 3D spaces, objects, and human avatars that you're able to use and leverage within your creation or within your space. So beyond our 3D assets, our designers, builders, and engineers are working every day to help build up that repository with custom assets to realize any idea our customers may have. So you're able to create and leverage any experience you like, whether it's outdoor experiences, observing architectural designs, or anything indoors, which requires various furniture, stairs, or lab experiences and environments where you need to go through various processes, or have works in a workshop or anything else. Our goal is that if our customers can imagine it, HyperSkill would allow you to create it. And once a Metavarsity is created, it is always live and can be used by customers for any purpose, whether that's teaching, meeting, conducting virtual labs for training, practice, tours, engagement with enrollment, career exploration, etc. So as that's part of our HyperSkill platform, over the years, we have supported and encouraged the adoption of virtual labs and task trainers in education, and believe that today customers are ready to move beyond single tasks and labs and build entire campuses, take a transformative leap in the online education sector. So to sustain and support this next phase of digital transformation, we're announcing the HyperSkill Academy Suite. So the HyperSkill Academy Suite is a collection of products and services designed to enable our educational partners to offer a comprehensive Metavarsity digital twin to their communities. It primarily consists of two offerings, which is the HyperSkill Enterprise License, which in turn includes Skillful, which is an offering that we have done of pre-built simulations that is growing by the month as we create and release more on a variety of topics, as well as services for creation of full campus metaversities or portions thereof and any related artifacts. All of the art developed is hyper-realistic 3D, optimized for VR, web, and other platforms. It is fully interactive, multiplayer enabled, and AI powered. So with that, let's quickly switch some slides here. So we believe that at Sim Insights, we are helping co-design the Metavarsity for skills for creating AI-powered and immersive experiences. Again, we've been around as a company since 2009, but in 2016, we started developing VR simulations. And since 2017, we have introduced over 10,000 people to extended reality projects and devices, spreading the word about VR and having them go through all of this that we've worked with several other partners and federal funding. We believe that our core mission and values of having VR be available or simulations be available to everyone is what allows us to develop and push this forward with our focus on equity and access for learning and being data driven within our situation. It allows us to push this forward in an affordable and meaningful way for users. All content developed on our platform is cross-platform supported. So whether you want to experience what you have built on desktop, web, or various VR and AR devices, we are confident to support you in your needs for your consumption. By doing this, we're able to build for equity and access with our platforms and solutions by leveraging new technology sets that come up, whether that be AI, new devices, and keeping it at a low, affordable price that you as the creator of your simulations own and can use. We also offer support for ease of implementation and access and success and the delivery. So kind of moving forward with the HyperSkill Academy specifically, I'm going to show you some interactions and those that we have built for customers out there. So here is a photo taken within our space of a Metavarsity interior that I'll be showing a bit going forward. You're able to have full entire megastructures or entire campuses, whether that's the internal building, outside, or entire layouts of your entire campus, and you're able to experience it throughout your entire simulation. That is indoor or outdoor, and you're able to have expansive fields of what's going on out there. So for ASME is a design competition, or is a company that hosts design competitions that is participated by students, whether that is 3D printing and modeling. Students are given tasks to design artificial intelligence for ocean cleanup, landing something on the moon, or having a car navigate an unknown track. In order to facilitate this, what we ended up doing is we built a lobby where users during the competition were able to go through a hub and experience all of these individual interactions between them. So the hub was built as a location, which during the competition, hundreds of participants and students who were observing the behavior were able to gather together within the environment, interact with each other, and see not only the environment, space, and each other and talk with each other, but also were able to go to the locations for the competitions and see the interactions running forward. Here is a view of what the students had as they were going through, where they were able to upload their own 3D assets and models, then go to the behaviors and create their own logic for the vehicle that was navigating throughout the situation using block code. And then the vehicle's running through place. For Lunar Lander, they were able to create their own lander, upload it to the 3D design, and then create the behaviors for its own navigation to make it so that it would land correctly in the given targeted location. this is what that looked like as the competition was run, as they were able to have it navigate and hopefully land on the given targetable landing pad. And then last was the competition for ocean cleanup. So they were able to create and design their own cleanup vehicles that were able to move through the environment. And then again, they designed the behaviors for their interactions and actions for navigating what they thought would be best for finding trash within the ocean. So they were able to create and design all of these behaviors as they went through it. And then had it be able to go and navigate and find the trash while avoiding other obstacles and ocean life within the environment. Oh, okay. Another location that we built a lobby for was UCLA Health and Design for Healthcare Skills. So what they had in their situation was they had a variety of simulations that we built collaboratively with UCLA Health and Medicine. And what they wanted was a replication of their lobby from which they could then access all the simulations that were built for them. So here is what the lobby looked like that we ended up building for them. So it was a replica of their physical environment that you were able to go through and explore, as well as there was a menu created for them for navigation through all the sims that were created for them. So whether that was PPE, waste management, spill response, patient handling and decedent management, seated handling, training for chaperone, which is a program they have, or speaking with your team, you have to go through there. All of the simulations are able to be accessed through this portal here, and you're able to go through them from here. So we'll just load you in from one to another.
Simulation. You will learn how to put on PPE for a suspect or confirmed Ebola patient. Properly donning PPE helps to minimize exposure risk. You will have a safety monitor assisting you in both this simulation and in a real event. Today you will learn the correct steps to put on Ebola PPE.
Hello there, I am Diego, your safety monitor. I will assist you and Penelope with putting on Ebola PPE. I'll provide you with step-by-step instructions and help you to complete some steps. You can also access...
So from here, we're able to navigate back to the lobby, from which you would be able to go into any other experience. In this case, spill response. And go back through any other experience.
Welcome to the UCLA Health Emerging Infectious Disease Spill Response Simulation. In this module you will be caring for an Ebola patient and will learn how to clean up a bodily fluid spill. The bodily fluids of an Ebola patient, especially blood, have a high amount of virus. In order to protect yourself from exposure, you need to clean up the spill carefully. Your safety monitor and buddy will assist you with the spill cleanup by providing you with the step-by-step instructions and the supplies necessary for spill cleanup. Your patient, Andrew, is not feeling well, and while he was out of his bed, he vomited. You helped Andrew back into bed and now you need to clean up the vomit that spilled onto the floor. Before you clean up the spill, please check on your patient by asking him how he is doing.
How are you doing, Andrew?
I am doing okay. I am very tired and would like to get some sleep.
All right. So, another company that we built a lobby for would be OMIC for machine manufacturing skills. So what we worked with them collaboratively was building a series of simulations that best exercised or showed and taught the user some common steps which they would go through for machining and manufacturing as they went through the process. These were built collaboratively with them and was a large series of experiences that users were able to go through. We built a lobby for them, which they went through here. So we added an artificial agent to the experience who is the user is able to interact with.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to our training center. This is where we offer interactive simulations to help students learn about operating Haas CNC lathe mini-mill machines. You can try simulations like the PPE simulation for safety protocol, the controller exercise.
I'm sorry, what was that? Okay.
To navigate the machine, or even a full program run simulation. How can I assist you today?
Can you tell me more about the fourth simulation?
Absolutely, Chris. The Power Up and Machine Setup simulation walks you through the initial steps of operating a Haas CNC machine. You'll learn about the correct procedures to power the machine on and how to set it up for operation. This includes positioning, tool selection, and setting work offsets. It's a great way to understand the machine's basic setup before moving on to more complex operations.
That sounds interesting.
I'm glad you think so. It's a hands-on way to familiarize yourself with the Haas CNC machine. If you're ready, you can start the Power Up and Machine Setup simulation, or I can guide you through other simulations based on your interest.
I'd like to start that simulation.
Great choice, Chris. I'll get the Power Up and Machine Setup simulation started for you. Make sure to pay attention to each step as it's crucial for the proper operation of the machine. Remember, you can always ask if you have questions. Enjoy your learning experience.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Our mill is all warmed up and ready for a vise. This will require several tools including a dead blow hammer, a dial indicator, an edge finder, parallels, and stock, to name a few. All these items and others can be found on the workbench to your left. If you are curious about the use of any of these items, hover over them for a description. Well done. This completes the vise setup portion. You are now ready for the next course. Please click the door to move on.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, I just got back after going through the power on and startup simulation.
That's great. How did you find it? Remember, understanding the startup process is crucial for smooth operation. If you have any questions or areas you'd like to revisit, just let me know. Would you like to proceed with the controller exercise or the program run simulation next? Both are important for gaining hands-on experience with operating the machine.
So I thought it was interesting, but I don't really understand why it has such an involved process for turning the machine on. Why is it not just like a computer where I just hit a power button and it works?
I understand where you're coming from. Unlike a computer, Haas CNC machines are intricate devices that control powerful tools. The startup process ensures all systems are functioning properly for your safety and to prevent machine damage. It's like a pilot's pre-flight checklist. If you're still unsure, I'd recommend revisiting the power-up and machine setup simulation to fully grasp the necessity of each step.
That makes sense to me. I don't think I need to go through it again. What would you recommend I go through next?
Great, I'm glad the information is clearer now. Next, I'd recommend going through the controller exercise. This will give you a hands-on experience on how to navigate the controller board confidently. It's a crucial part of operating the Haas CNC machine.
All right, I'm interested in going through the controller exercise sim then.
Perfect choice. In the controller exercise, you'll tackle real-world problems by selecting correct buttons or combinations on the Haas controller. It's a valuable step in mastering the machine operation. Don't worry, you'll receive immediate feedback and opportunities to review material. Enjoy the simulation.
All right. So with that, we have a differentiated business model that allows us to create all of these simulations in such a way that is innovative with our AI, is costing less, and is able to be built much faster and customized to match what clients need for their development, as well as making it so that it's 100% owned by the client that they develop and are able to release and control on their own. So with this system, we do believe that we have a distinct difference from others that are in the market or industry like us. And how we have targeted that is with what we have shown here with our development of our platform, which allows us to do this development, customization, and innovation. By being AI powered with a no-code authoring tool, which allows anyone to create without necessarily needing to be a designer or a programmer. It allows people to be more effective, as well as being a faster creation tool and process than standard coding. By leveraging our reusable repository that has thousands of assets, you're not limited in what it is that you can create based off of your own skills, because you're able to leverage what others have used before you to make it so that the creation process is lightning fast with anything that you need. Also, by being cross-platform, by authoring it once on our platform, you are able to deploy it to the devices that you have within your own industry, whether that is desktop, web, mobile, or VR or AR. You're able to create it once and be confident that users will be able to experience it either together or alone, because it will be a multiplayer experience that you're able to just turn on and leverage within this. So all of these functionalities that we're able to bring together and leverage, we feel is a key difference that we're able to show here. So with that, I'd also like to just quickly emphasize that any actions that are done by users are also logged, so that any actions so any interactions done by any user within the simulations, you're able to see user activity as they go through interactions, see how many users have actually gone through and completed it, whether on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. And you're able to dive in to get further details of what actions users performed when going through interactions, whether that is what they said, what they used, or anything else. And all of that's able to be easily leveraged within our system. Going back to HyperSkill Academy, we understand that the construction of digital twins and other assets has a wide variety of scopes and applications. And we at Sim Insights are flexible on what our clients need, but we've created some structures from which we have gotten some responses or requests from, just so can kind of have a basic framework to begin working in. So whether your need is developing full digital campuses with full digital twinning, just large structures like what was shown for ASME, or creating the International Space Station as an example. Just exteriors of buildings or various labs that we have included within Skillful, such as the Cadaver Lab, we're able to just make that available to you with the purchase and subscription to HyperSkill Academy. We're also able to leverage and integrate others' labs that we have built, and you're able to just get access to them on request for the additional, as part of the HyperSkill Academy functioning. If you need various building interiors built to match your own situation, or you have structures that we have and you simply want it branded to match, you're able to do so at no additional cost to you. By just leveraging our existing structures, we're able to bring it in and match your own branding, as well as just creating your own virtual campus grounds. So with this, we believe that HyperSkill Academy is different from other products in 5 fundamental ways. It's innovative in that it's built on top of our own HyperSkill functioning platform. So it's able to be leveraged within that. And thus, not only do you have the virtual space, but you're also able to make it interactive with that generative AI, make it multiplayer, and have users actually interact within the environment. You're able to build it quickly and develop it faster than anyone else, as well as it gives you the power to customize and change as necessary should you want to, which also allows you to make a customizable experience with content that is able to suit your unique needs and those of our customers. Also, within our situation and platform, you are the owner of the intellectual property. And so you're able to download the Metavarsity asset and use them with any other vendors if you wish to do so. Also, from our own research and study, we found that we tend to be around a quarter of the price compared to other vendors. This is possible because HyperSkill is developed as a platform with years of research and development, and our focus on equity and access is different from those of other vendors. Here, we have done a price comparison with other vendors that we know are out here with a similar offering and how we match, and we come up being, again, about a quarter of the price. If you would like to use this as a foundation to create your own comparison table to input the numbers, this is available here on our website for you to download and use as your beginning comparison. So yeah, if you'd like to purchase HyperSkill Academy, you're able to do so here, as well as contact us. We have some frequently asked questions that we have here, which some users have about this, that we are happy to answer. With this, I'm going to move into just a live demonstration of part of our experience here. So again, this is built on our platform. And this would be an example of the outside of the Metavarsity. Okay. So we have this large environment out here that you're able to go through and interact with, but it is this entire space that you have and are able to go through and interact within the environment. So all of these buildings, trees, and structures, you're able to populate with labs and go through and experience each of these and have these buildings be your entire campus that students are able to meet with, interact in multiplayer, and go through any of these experiences that we've shown before. And you're able to link them either physically or through a navigation menu as shown with both OMIC and UCLA. Your students are able to go through and experience your entire campus. You're also able to go through the inside of experiences. which I'll quickly demonstrate on VR. So while I am setting up and preparing to show this, are there any questions that I can address at this moment? Yes. Okay. I've been showing some VR. I'll just show this on our desktop. Sorry. Okay. So within your experience, whether you want to show the inside or outside of a building, you're able to go through it and move throughout the experience or space. As an internal place here, you're able to explore the space and actually leverage each of these environments and connect them together to be an interactive, full experience that users are able to go through and leverage between them. So with that, I would conclude my presentation. Thank you so much. And I open the floor for questions for anyone that has any. Thank you so much for your time. All right. If there are no questions from anyone, I would just like to thank you so much all for your time and for attending and your interest. Again, thank you so much. I've been Chris from Sim Insights, joined by Raj as well, and we appreciate it so much. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Thank you.